This goes into the land of, you can't make this stuff up, mind-numbing, that we now have learned that the judge that issued the search warrant, signed the search warrant at the former president's home, recused himself from a civil matter involving a lawsuit with Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton because, as he acknowledged, this came out on his own motion, that he was not capable of being impartial.
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago.
8 weeks ago.
And then 6 weeks later, after he recuses himself from a civil case, he has no problem signing a search warrant in a criminal matter against the same parties.
This judge had to have known that this kind of blowback was coming, because clearly 2 months ago he said to himself, I can't be impartial. Maybe did the right thing.
Did the right thing.
So what could have possibly changed, not to be a conspiracy theorist here, but what could have possibly changed in 2 months to make him go, but this one I'm going to do, knowing it will be public, knowing that you're going to get blowback from probably both sides now because you publicly made these statements, you've publicly recused yourself saying I'm too biased to be able to do this, but for this one, maybe the most egregious of all, sign off on it. It's fine. I mean, this could kill your career.
28 U.S.C. 455, which we said it's when you have your impartiality might be questioned, which clearly he thought it would be. We have the post from him criticizing then candidate Donald Trump, saying, at long last, have you left no sense of decency? The famous Welch to McCarthy comment. So you have all of that. And then the judge, instead of not saying you have to go to another magistrate for this, Andy, which would be the protocol, he willingly signed. I put him under oath. I want to know what he was thinking. I'd like to know, Your Honor, here's what I'd like to know. You recused yourself from a civil case 7 weeks before this, and then you signed a search warrant on the former president's house.
He says, I have impartiality that might question my judgment in a civil case, but it's okay in a criminal case. I have no problem going and having a squad of FBI agents go through Mar-A-Lago, and every nook and cranny and corner. I can't understand it. I can't believe it.
Maybe what's happening with this judge is that he wants to be the hero in this story. And this is what happens with Democrats. They become the hero by violating their own law and violating their own conscience.
But they set themselves up.
Guess what? A book deal could come. Something could happen. All of a sudden, they're commentating on MSNBC, and this guy we've never heard of is all of a sudden a household name.
I think this is just the beginning of what we're seeing, Rick. The political environment here, they upped the ante on this thing, the Department of Justice, so significantly. Did they not think there was going to be repercussions? And as Logan said earlier, did this judge not think this stuff was going to come out?
Shame on our media for once again not highlighting this. This is obviously something that should have been known immediately. And maybe if there was a little more pressure on him or a little more attention on the fact that he's already recused himself even before this, that he would have had the public pressure that he needs to recuse himself again. But shame on the media. And again, I'll say thank God for ACLJ. We're finding these types of recusals, this important information. We're out front, and we are able to highlight it.
There's no defense lawyers in these proceedings, by the way, when they go get these warrants. So the judge, CC, had to do this on his own. And here, it's not like the judge said, oh, I forgot about that impartiality issue that I just signed on June 22nd, 7 weeks ago. I forgot about that? No. He didn't forget about it, but this is a criminal matter, and he doesn't recuse himself.
Right. And, my gut reaction would be that's exactly why they went to this magistrate, is because they knew he would sign it, because they knew he has a bias against President Trump.
This reminds me of the Mueller stuff with Peter Strzok and Bruce Orr. You cannot make this stuff up, but they consistently do it.
A clear conflict of interest, and just further goes to the root of the problem of what we're seeing with all of this. So many people in this country have lost faith and trust in these systems, in the Department of Justice, these institutions that literally exist to serve the American people, and just the level of corruption, the increasing weaponization of, whether it's Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, the IRS, to go after political opponents in broad daylight is just shocking and incredibly dangerous.
This is unprecedented, outrageous. This judge needs to be recused again. Motions need to be filed. They need to suppress that evidence. This is absurd. When you have judges starting to act like this, that is a danger sign for your constitutional republic, folks.